Hogwarts Legacy. Bakalım nasıl. Yani yayın OBS çalışıyor muymuş? Bu yanlış hesap. Şimdi en sevdiğim zamana geldik. Tadım yapıyorum. Bakalım nasıl olmuş. Allah. 1 megabyte of RAM released. Ha. Yorumları nasıl alırım? Dın dırırın dın dın dın dın dın. Menü çubuğundan paneller menüsünü kullanın. Menü çubuğu. Menü çubuğu. Aha. Hogwarts. Lan Shaders'ın bekleteceksin. Paneller, sohbet. Şöyle yana koyamıyor muyum ya? Dın, dın. Bakalım oyunun sesi nasıl geliyor. Şu an deneme konuşması yapıyorum. Sesim nasıl geliyor acaba? Sesim nasıl geliyor? Şu an deneme konuşması yapıyorum. Sesim nasıl geliyor acaba? Sesim nasıl geliyor? İyi. Hadi.
What was that for?
Allah.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you masterfully evade Professor Weasley's interrogation regarding our late arrival?
I did my best, but I'm fairly certain she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
Bu oyun niye donuyor ya?
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
I heard that Professor Binns died one night and showed up to class the next morning as if nothing had happened. I don't think he even knows he's a ghost.
Then in the end, it didn't shrink.
What didn't shrink?
The purse. I thought it was Luke's skin. I'd obviously been
Kaplamalar niye yüklendi?
Is that all you've got?
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the
Mansur.
value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Bak bak. İşte bu. Efendim.
Leviosa.
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprised opponent is a weak opponent, as Master Pruitt so artfully helped me demonstrate earlier.
Oğlum bu ne görüntü?
Good. Now, well done.
Leviosa. Leviosa.
Good. Now, well done. Very good. But the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego.
Protego.
You may begin.
This can't be your first duel.
Let's just say I'm a quick learner.
Don't all my students understand. I do enjoy
Takes things.
Try to anticipate your opponent's next move. Use the basic cast when your opponent's guard is down.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Ravenclaw.
Thank you, Professor Heckert. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right. That's enough spectacle for one.
If you know the right spells, it's dark wizards that'll fear you, not the other way around. Oh, I'm not much for dueling. I prefer to keep things...
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
In fact, it was. Perhaps I have a knack for it.
Be coy if you like, but I know better. Magic requires intention and talent. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Unsanctioned? I don't know. School rules are in place for a reason.
Yes, to keep students in the dark. So many things we're deemed unprepared to know. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance, if you're interested. Till next time.
Niye donuyor ya?
Lumos.
Have you ever seen a professor outside the castle? I find it jarring to see someone like Professor Weasley in the Three Broom.
Ya ters mi gidiyorum ya?
Professor Ronan 10. Sometimes have to remind him to finish the lesson.
Ah, some of us don't necessarily want him to get back to the lesson.
Desperately need to improve my charms marks this year. Perhaps I can find...
Here. Behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Lan Nijerya'nın bağrından
Hello,
koparıp
I am Nettie.
götürmüşler.
So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change, and growth charms. Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Akio.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me.
Lan ne düştü? Labioso. Lan Mansur'u arayayım da yayını izlesin.
I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off? Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment.
Akio.
That's it! Splendid! Don't lose your composure. Excellent. Happens to the best of us. Very good. Points to Ravenclaw. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Ben tam bir kere 4'e basacağım. Oldu bitti mi şimdi?
Let us do this.
Oha. İyi yapıyorlar.
There we go.
Tamam lan yeter.
Stay focused.
Be sharp.
Aa, lütfen düş ya. Şunla 80 aldı 0 yine. Ben bunu yeniden oynamam lazım. Kaybedemem. Daha yeni anladım.
That is how
Don't
it's
ya.
done.
Şöyle şunu. Ye. Hay. Tekrar atamaz mıyız?
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
Oo helal lan yeniden yaptırıyor. Ama daha değişik. Burnu.
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter.
There's a bump
Focus
on
now.
you.
You will need it. This round settles it all.
Here we go.
Helal lan. Haydi bakalım. Şunu böyle getirip haydi.
Not to worry.
Let us see this.
Atmış yaptı öyle
There we
çekil
go.
kardeşim çekil. Ben seninkini düşüneceğim. Oğlum!
Ah, you almost had it.
La bırakmam lazım. Biliyorum da 4'e basıp
Be sharp.
hadi. Aa nasıl geliyor lan? 130 yaptı vay anasını. Helal lan düştü. Bir el daha
You
atsak
are
alırım.
not making this easy for me, are you?
Bir el daha yapsak alırım.
Very good, both of you.
Olmuyor oğlum
Well
nasıl
done.
doğru oynayayım? Zor yani basıp tekrar bırakman gerekiyordu onu daha yeni anladım. Zor. Yapmıyor oğlum. Hain bunlar. Bir de var ya yarım saat şey izliyoruz ha. Geçiş
Class is
yapıyorlar.
dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Keşke SSD'ye yükleseydim.
Well done back there. You took the loss in stride. Didn't want to go too easy on you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
Buna yenildik ya. Şimdi zenci demek acaba anlatır mı böyle? Bu zenciye yenildik ya. Yapmayacak. Took weeks for me to get anything right. Oh, kendim...
Thank you, but I've been holding my own.
I
Bak,
appreciate
bak,
your
bak, bak.
confidence. I
Kendimi
transferred
tuttum
here from
dedim.
Wagadu just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew
Bunun
it,
annesi
we had
öğretmenmiş.
left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Uganda'dan gelmişler. Avogado.
Is Wagadu much bigger than Hogwarts?
O da mı okul?
Wagadu
Zenci
School of
okulu.
Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world.
Allah.
So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed
Avogado.
intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Wagadu uses one.
Wand ne lan?
Spells cast without a wand must be less powerful than those cast with a wand.
No, not at all. Wizarding magic cast without a wand is just as powerful. I
Başka
find
bir
wandless
Avram diye
magic
okul
to be
varmış.
much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
Is Wagadu a castle like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking.
Mansur duyuyor mu lan?
I do miss Wagadu, but I am glad to be here at
I do miss
Hogwarts.
Wagadu.
Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course.
Duyuyorsan babalar
Accio
sözünü
on
tutar.
humans,
A word, if you would.
so inclined.
Well, you'd be using it on clothing, to be precise, Sebastian. You know it won't work on humans.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? Miss Onai is a talented witch. Take it in stride.
Çünkü
one often gains the most
içime
from the
doğdu
battles
hocam.
one has lost.
Of course, Professor. It was a challenging match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now,
Babalar
Professor
sözünü
Weasley has asked that your
tutar.
professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon
2K yayın
regarding a
yapıyorum
special
Mansur.
assignment that I am preparing for you.
İşte böyle. Akıyor. Avgadagu.
Lumos. Hello. How was your first day coming along?
Good bro.
Hello, Samantha. Nice to see you again.
I wondered how your first day was going.
Bu kim
You
bro?
certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
That's kind of you to say. Bayağı
I've been
zordu
fortunate.
böyle.
Beginner's luck.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I'm afraid I can't count on beginner's luck to impress Professor Ronan.
Oğlum var ya, bizim karakterin diyalogları çok loser ya. İşte
I'm dreading taking my transformation.
gerçekten çok naziksin. Evet ha. Bravo hocam. Acayip nazik. Smash mi? Kim Smash? Evet. Evet. Kesinlikle öyle. Smash Burger. Heh. Yasa dışı dövüş kulübüne giriş yapıyorum. Yasa dışı dövüş kulübüne giriş yapıyorum Mansur. Kim vursun elini? Hadi bakalım. İşte bu oğlum. Okulda dövüş kulübü kurmuşlar, beni de çağırdılar. kim? Akio. Bu daha demin konuştuğumuz mu?
Lumos.
Bunların hepsi aynı anasını satayım. Hogwarts'ın Çin versiyonu. Onu da almışlar. Yunanlar Celal Şengör'ü çalmış oğlum. Babalar sözünü tutar, benimle oynamak umar. Yükledi. Lan bu ne oğlum?
Oh, not again. Here I've come from the toilet bowl where she said I could swim, did you praxia mole? As long as 'twere only one time per week, I can plunge the boys' lavatory, not for the meek. These peeves will make me late. He tried to stop me, did rancorous carp, sought to trap me, confine me inside of a jar. But he failed, as did his containment charms, so I took my revenge to wreak havoc and harm. It was granted my privileges be handsome indeed, or I'd fire up the cannon, and so she agreed. To draw up a contract with her, not with him, that if I behaved, I'd have one weekly swim! I'll get you for this!
Ben buraya yaşayacağım. Babalar sözünü tutar. Benim oğlum her kapının şeyinde yükleme mi yapacak bu ya?
Glad you could make it. Lucan's just over there.
Helal lan, bak bu adam sağda öyle. Dondu. Aynen öyle. Aa bak, bunu Dark Magic var.
Not sure what I did to deserve that.
Hadi bakayım. İşte bu. Hallettik.
Can I help you?
Bu birinci sınıf oğlum. Ronaldo'nun
Sebastian told me to see you about a club.
If Sebastian vouches for you, that's all I need to know. I coordinate duels for crossed wands. A dueling club of sorts. It's invitation only, so you must have really impressed Sebastian.
I seem to have a knack for dueling.
Then you've come to the right place.
How does crossed wands work exactly?
You show up, I match you with other duelists, and whoever is still standing in the end wins.
Oy.
It's our way of determining the
Burada en güçlü erkekleri görüyorum.
And to liven things up,
En
the winner is
zeki ve
awarded
en
a
güçlü
prize.
erkekleri görüyorum.
Interested?
Şu anda Mansur.
Of course. Dueling's an entertaining pastime.
I agree. Besides, in crossed ones, you could duel with a partner if you
Şimdi
like.
de kapitalistlerin
I'll pair you
oyununa
with
geldiniz
Sebastian.
diyor.
Next time, you'll need to bring a
Aynen
partner
öyle.
along, or duel alone. So, care to step into the ring?
I'm ready
Get me in the
bro.
ring.
Spectacular! Let the
Ya
fireworks
kırmızı
begin!
da şeyi görüyorsun. Tyler Durden.
We'll make you regret signing up.
La 2v1 mi atıyoruz? Ha, Sebastian'dayız. Caps Lock olsun diyor. Levioso! Abi donma ya. Donma. Bu işte bu. Baba Pro dövüşüyor. Gel seni ısıtayım biraz. İşte bu. İşte bu. Param nerede lan benim?
Nice work. Sebastian wasn't wrong about you. There's strong competition ahead, but keep this up and you could be the next school champion.
Brilliant. Count me in.
I
İşte
shall.
bu turnuvaya
Now,
katılıyorum.
it takes time to organize these duels, but check with me later. I may have something lined up for you.
Oğlum
Again,
diyaloglar çok kötü
congratulations on your
anasını
first Crossed
satayım ya.
Wands victory. Well fought.
Dövüş kulübü işleten çocuk işte
Hope to
çok
see you back
iyisin.
here again.
Aferin diye konuşuyorum. Böyle iş mi olur Mansur? Yani dövüş kulübü işleten birinin benim biri olması lazım biliyorsun. Buradan
Lumos. Leviosa. Accio.
neyse. Şu şeye gidelim bakalım. Haydi bakalım.
I feel sorry for your next opponent.
Oğlum kadın tarihi kaydediyor ve tarih yazıyor. Daha bunlarla dövüştük biz değil mi? Babalar sözünü tutar. Şimdi de yükleme yaptıracağım. Tamam, çok güzel, hızlıydı. Leviosa. Bu Neptün lan. Ya evrenin ısı haritası mıydı? Yok bu Neptün. Değil. Değil. Lan bir de astroloji okuyacağız diyoruz. Yani astrofizik veya bilmem ne fizik. Neyse. Oha. Ben dinlerim hocam. Pardon bro. Ben de alabilir miyim? Kendi kendine söylüyor.
Revelio.
Down. Buradan atlayamıyoruz. FPS düşük gibi.
Awful when they ask you a question now, isn't it? Grubby little faces.
Ha,
I'll
bu
just
mu
die.
konuşuyor? Mansur sana bok suratlı dedi haberin olsun. Ben de böyle.
In trouble, are we? Been up to no good? Thought as much.
Aşağı nasıl ineceğim?
Don't get too cocky simply because you had one victory over Sallow. He never backs down from the fight.
I have other engagements, but hello.
Wish I could have studied here.
Mansur babalar sözünü tutar mı?
What about the room, Professor?
I was
Allah.
thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Bu adamın adı neydi lan?
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are.
Şehzade mi?
I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit before you arrived. I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
Nothing more, Professor.
I see. like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
Professor Ronan did mention something about that.
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand to be far superior.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
I'd like to go with Sebastian.
Glad to hear it. Mr. Sallow is a capable young wizard, and he knows the area. He'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables en route. A rather unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
Dun dun dun dun dun dun. Kedi. Niye ara sahneye giriyor ki?
Ah, there you are.
You have a new spell to teach me, Professor?
Indeed I do, and an exceedingly useful one at that. The mending charm, Reparo. Fixes things right up, makes a broken object good as new in the blink of an eye.
It seems as if that might come in handy.
More frequently than one would imagine. As Professor Weasley mentioned, I am not the only one who will be teaching you spells outside of class in an effort to catch you up with your peers. A number of your professors have agreed to do so as well, but first, each shall ask that you complete a few preliminary tasks to hone your magic. I have arranged some for today. See them through and then report back to me. We will have you casting Reparo in no time.
Keşke erkek karakter olsaydı.
Why must I first complete tasks to learn Reparo?
No lesson or lecture can compare to first-hand experience, and these tasks should provide you with just that. Such experience is invaluable when mastering any new bit of magic.
I'll start on the task right away, Professor. This is the right area. I wonder where the flying page is. Revelio. Lumos. Levioso.
Hoppala cuppala.
Revelio. Lumos.
Hoppala cuppala.
missing page must be around here somewhere.
Accio, Revelio. Accio. Brilliant.
İşte bu. Ha, aşağı indim.
If only a new student were to help me with my sad predicament.
Are you all right?
Don't you know who I am? Zenobia Noak, the girl whom everyone at school hates for no reason.
Everyone hates you? Why?
Because Hogwarts is full of bullies and spoilsports. Leander Pruitt's one of the worst, that no-talent moon mind. I wanted to make some new friends, and so I brought my collection down to the common room. My gobstone collection, that is. I was hoping someone would want to play. Are you familiar with gobstones? Little balls, like marbles. Grand game. And if you lose, they spray you with a foul-smelling liquid.
Gobstones. Sounds like a fun challenge.
That's what I tried to tell everyone. People can be so cruel. Just because they're sprayed all over with smelly gobstone spit, it's their own fault for losing.
Aynen öyle hocam.
Imelda is one of the worst losers. Everett and Astoria are terrible as well. And now those poor losers have taken my gobstones and hidden them in very high places all over the school.
Rather an overreaction on their part.
I'll say. Anyway, I can't work out how to get them back on my own.
Don't think I know the rest of it. It's somehow.
Do you have any suggestions?
Whoever hid my gobstones that high got up there somehow.
Haven't you any friends?
Not really. Natty said hello once, but not a word since.
I'll see what I can...
I'd appreciate the help. I'll be back to playing Snake Pit and Jackstone by myself in no...
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. Revelio. I completed the assignments, Professor.
Marvelous. You clearly know your way around basic charms. Let us give the old mending charm a try then, shall we? Remember to be deliberate in your enunciation and movements. I want to see some vigor. Now, wand at the ready.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Remember, your wand is a conduit of your magic.
Prepara-o. Mario.
That's it. Very good. If you would like to practice mending something, have a go with that broken statue in the alcove by the water. It allegedly symbolized heartbreak. Perhaps a jilted lover thought it too accurate and lashed out.
Reparo.
Well, that's one of Zenobia's gobstones. I hardly see what all the fuss is about. Lumos.
Revelio. Revelio.
At. Böcek. Kurbağa. At. Tamam, böcek nerede? Ha.
Watch what you're doing.
O neyse.
Reparo. Accio. Levioso.
Lumos. I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Neler oluyor hayatta?
Revelio.
Allah. At. Anlamadım ben bu şeyi ya.
Revelio.
Oraya buradan mı çıkıyoruz?
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Revelio.
Lucky the boys have their own. They may.
Hogwarts Legacy. Neyse.
Reparo. Levioso.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Revelio. Leviosa.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Revelio. Leviosa.
Try working with a model that's been
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Sure of it. Every time he's around me, he's crooning at me. It's like being caught in pain magically. Not that I
Revelio. Accio. Just one more gobstone. I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Revelio.
Under
Revelio.
Lan nerede bu?
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. That's the last of Zenobia's gobstones. I should go and see her.
house elves have fallen a bit behind cleaning this week.
Do you think anyone has found
Oh.
I hope you've had more luck than I did tracking down my gobstones.
Hello, Zenobia. I've found all of your gobstones.
Really? I didn't think it...
Common sense and basic mag...
Well, may I have...
Of course.
Oh, how wonderful. I shall dedicate all of my future victories to you. Now that I have all my gobstones back, I wonder if anyone in the common room would be up for a game.
I'm sure they'd be willing to play after the trouble spent getting them back. It's...
Isn't it? Oh, we'll have so much fun together, laughing as all the losers get sprayed, which won't include me. Very well, off I...
Dan o bala cubbala. Goodbye bro.